Who benefits? I have been obsessed with the Britney Spears saga and the truth coming out related to her conservatorship. I was not a big Britney fan growing up, even though she and I are the same age. I liked some of her songs, but I never followed her career as much as now I wish I had, because I feel like there are a lot of parallels between myself and Britney. We grew up in a working class home. We both were, we both have very toxic parents, and specific, the one that becomes most insidious through our adult life is our father, and how they give one face to the world, and it's just a lot of toxicity behind the scenes where we can't do anything right, and people think that we're trying to come off as perfect, but they don't understand that we live in an environment that tells us everything we do, down to a preference in food, is wrong. So it's not about being perfect. We just always have to do everything as right as possible, because we're dealing with this narcissistic, sick individual who belittles us and makes us feel like crap with everything that we do. So I really regret not following her career, because I get the sense that her fans really had a strong understanding of what she was going through. And I think that she gave enough clues in her interviews prior to her conservatorship that things weren't what they seem to be with her father. And that's why she really enjoyed, probably the first 5 years. I mean, not saying that it was perfect, because I guess her relationship with Justin Timberlake had ended and things like that, but I'm pretty sure she enjoyed being such an influence and a powerful person, because she's a Sagittarius. She likes that she's able to make an impact on people, that she's still able to be humble, courteous, and being able to think outside of herself to understand what people need, but also being able to take care of herself and not have to depend on her father. So I'm pretty sure that she was proud of what she accomplished, and behind the scenes, her dad was belittling everything that she did. For example, I quit my job because I was just stressed, and the great resignation. A lot of people are leaving their jobs, and I didn't have a job lined up. I just knew I had to leave that environment. But my dad, who I don't really know, went around my small town telling everyone that I was now a drug mule. That just gives you a glimpse into the toxicity when you have a horrible parent, be it the father or the mother, doesn't matter. Just when they're really trying to belittle and dismiss the accomplishments of a child and the extent that they will go to. But I was thinking about a question that I saw someone ask under a recent video that featured Britney. I think it was Entertainment Tonight, I can't remember. And the person asked, why haven't a lot of celebrities been speaking up about what Britney has gone through? And I think it accompanies another question that we have to ask when we wonder where the other celebrities are, because we know kind of what her family's been up to, but where are her peers who are speaking up? So the question that we need to ask now is, who benefits? Who benefits for not speaking up for Britney, not seeing her in interviews that seem less manufactured, and not able to talk about her conservatorship? She's only able to talk about how, really superficial material, superficial subject matters for her. Who benefits? I would say the biggest benefactors of Britney's conservatorship, outside of her family, Lou Taylor, TriStar, or whatever it is, the other entities and the record company Jive, the other people that benefited are, the two in particular I'm thinking of are Beyonce and Lady Gaga. They benefited from Britney not being able to be her true self. I don't care if you believe in astrology or not, that's beyond the point, but I can understand, as a fellow Sagittarius to Britney, to have someone stifle your creativity by having a inappropriate an inappropriate amount of control over your person, just really, it makes it impossible for you to show up in an authentic, genuine way. So whatever music that she was creating at the time, or whatever she was doing, it probably did not reflect how she wanted to evolve as a person, because she's evolving through the lens of her father at this point, who is diametrically opposed to her being her true free self. So the quality of her music, I mean, I like some of her recent songs, but I'm sure it's not where she wanted to go musically. And having that restriction from her father really allowed people like Beyonce, Lady Gaga, to ascend up the ladder. So how are they benefiting? Because people see that they are like the pinnacle of female pop people or pop vocalists or pop entertainers, and with that, you see that they don't speak on it, so you don't speak on it if you're below where they're at hierarchically within the music industry. So their silence almost it predicates other silence. And that's just how it works in business in general. So whenever there's someone who is at the height, if they're not speaking on something, then you don't like it. So there's very little room for individuality, and it allows something like a Britney Spears situation to go un, un unexposed for a long time. And it's just now coming out. I won't go into the theories of numbers, the number 13, because I think that is part of it. Because she's wanted to get, I don't think that Britney's an actor in this, but you can tell that she's wanted to get out of this for a while. But for me, I think that's the biggest thing I've learned is that whenever something like this, where someone has zero say and they're made to look like the villain, when there are an entire ecosystem of people who have power over this one person, who benefits from that? And in the case of professionally, I would say the biggest benefactors and why other celebrities have not spoken up, like Beyonce and Lady Gaga, because they benefited to Britney Spears being subjugated and not being able to be her true self.